Tiger, listening to the coverage this afternoon.
Yeah, I think we might just go down to Timmy Gore. He's got a comment on the sideline there.
Yeah, so Coach Ricky Stewart called both his orange shirt and blue shirt trainers off. They've gone out separately, done things. Then Zach Hosking has come over to the sideline. He's given him some fairly stringent instructions. Not sure what it is, but very, very vocal instructions he was giving to Zach Hosking then.
And the Raiders get a penalty. The Raiders get a penalty from the kickoff. And the West Tigers really fired up here. Absolutely smashing everybody in defence. Royce Hunt was involved in the tackle, and so it's a penalty to the Raiders from the kickoff, 10 metres out from their own line. And tackle made there on Adam Mariota. Anyway, the penalty's been given to the Raiders, and Jerome Buller. Well,
look out!
Taken.
Oh my goodness!
Jet Stewart downfield. It went out. The referee is across there. Casey Badger has a flag in the air. So what happened there? The ball was kicked out, kicked for touch from the penalty. Tapped back into the field of play by Taruva.
He's already standing out.
Taruva, and they're saying Taruva was out. When he tapped it back into the field of play, it bounced into the arms of Jet Stewart, who would have scored a try. He's been called back. He was out, Taruva, and so the Raiders have it now as Timokor takes it forward. And physicality in that tackle as well on the halfway. Raiders leading 18 points to 10. This game on the verge of getting out of control. You just sense as the ball is taken forward now by Mariota, and Mariota's caught. He's 41 metres out, right in front of the post. Raiders on the attack, options left and right. They push it to the left-hand side as it goes now to Horsburgh, and Horsburgh across field he goes. It's loose on the ground, going to be picked up by Starling. Starling straightens up now. He runs straight and hard, but he's caught. He's only about 29 metres out. He gets up and plays it back right-hand side now. Raiders on the attack through Smithies. He runs straight and hard. He'll love this sort of stuff. And Smithies into the teeth of the Tigers' defence. He's going to be caught 19 metres out. Right-hand side now it goes. Raiders have it through Hosking. Hosking then to Weeks, who's been pretty quiet this afternoon. Well held and put down. Last tackle coming up here for the Raiders. 10 metres in from touch. 10 metres out from the line. Kick comes through from Fogarty. Fogarty, Hosking coming through. Opportunity here for the Raiders. It's punched dead in goal by the West Tigers. It'll be a line dropout. Jerome Buller was there. He punched the ball dead in goal just before Horsburgh and Hosking came through. And the score remains 18 points to 10. The Raiders over the West Tigers. Tim Gore on the sideline.
Yeah, he wasn't out when the West Tiger put the ball back in from that penalty kick. He positively wasn't out there. That was an incorrect call. That was a try to the Raiders denied. He was absolutely in the field of play when he jumped.
Here we go. Line dropout. And Koroya Sau's kick goes almost into no man's land. Racing back there is Weeks, takes it comfortably, and Weeks is trapped now, and he's 25 metres out with the West Tigers line. It's on here at Canberra Stadium. Let me tell you, the physicality has just lifted another level as the ball comes back now to Sasangi, and Sasangi's caught, and he's trapped 25 metres out. Raiders on the attack. They lead 18-10 over the West Tigers as the ball comes back now to Starling. It goes to Smithies, and Smithies can't beat the tackle of Hunt, who puts him down. 19 metres out. He gets up and plays it back now. Left-hand side. Raiders have it through Horsburgh, and Horsburgh charging onto this one's court, standing in the tackle, and he's called upon to play it back. He's only 5 metres out against Starling. Left-hand side of the field it goes, looking for the runaround with Young, but Young was wrapped up ball and all. A couple of metres out now. Kick comes through from Starling. Races on. It's loose in the in goal, and it's punched dead in goal again by the West Tigers. And Corey Horsburgh coming through, flies over one of the advertising signs, throws the ball into the crowd. So here we go, again on the replay, and Horsburgh very close to getting his hands on that ball, but it was punched by Twal. Yeah, Alex Twal came through, and Corey Horsburgh flew over one of the advertising signs at the back behind the dead ball line. And here we go with another line dropout. The West Tigers under the pump. The Raiders leading 18 points to 10. 28 minutes remaining at Canberra Stadium. This one goes about 15 metres. Bounces precariously. The Raiders will come up with possession though through Strange, and Strange has it now. Drifts across field, can't get through the tackle, and he's caught 41 metres up. Precarious bounce there, almost into no man's land, that one. And again, ball taken forward by Smithies. And Smithies is caught. He's 35 metres out. This is real finals football, isn't it? The physicality from the West Tigers as it comes back now to Mariota. And Mariota charging over one. Can't get his arm free. Yes, he does. And Hosking on the outside takes the ball forward. He's 19 metres out. Left-hand side now it goes to Starling. Ducking and weaving. Kicks the ball through. Races on Young coming through. The West Tigers have possession through Fainu. Fainu's through a half gap. He's downfield. And he's caught from behind. 15 metres out from his own line. And the West Tigers have possession. 15 out from their own line. Infield it comes to Buller. And Buller's caught. He's 25 short of the halfway. 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. 27 minutes remaining here at Canberra Stadium. Now it goes to Taruva. And Taruva's set upon and caught. He's 21 short of the halfway. He gets up and plays it back now. Karoyasau, left-hand side of the field. Ball taken forward by May. And May charges onto that one. He's going to be caught. West Tigers player down in back play. 15 short of the halfway. Back it comes to May. Looks on his outside. Ball taken forward by Buller. And Buller's caught just short of the halfway. Gets up and plays it back. West Tigers still on the attack though through Luai. Kicks it high in the air. And back there is Weeks. Takes it comfortably. A couple of metres out from his own line. He comes towards the West Tigers chase. He's going to be caught. And he's only about 15 out from his own line. He gets up and plays it back now. So it's 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. Raiders with possession. 25 short of the halfway.
Yeah, the man for the Tigers that was in trouble in the backfield was Latu Fino. He was actually down. I think it was some cramps. He's having a little bit of a struggle there at the moment. But look at the Raiders. You could throw a tissue over them at the moment. They're all bunched up. They're out of gas at the moment.
Corey Horsburgh has been replaced too as Tamalo takes it forward. Tamalo's going to be caught and put down. So Papali'i back on the field for the Raiders. 5 short of the halfway. Raiders with possession as it comes from Starling to Papali'i. Looking to add a little bit of energy into the Raiders forwards. As you mentioned a moment ago, they're gassed at the moment, the Raiders. As it comes back now to Fogarty. Half back, high kick in the air. And back there is Buller. And Buller takes it comfortably. Comes towards the chase and Buller's going to be caught and put down inside the 20. He's on into the field. And so it will be Owen Patty about to come on too for the Raiders, warming up just in front of us. So Patty about to come on for the Raiders. And the West Tigers have got possession. 30 metres out from their own line, 5 metres in from touch. And Toa takes it forward. 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. West Tigers with possession. 15 short of the halfway as the ball comes back now to Fainu. Through the hands to Luai. Looks on his outside. And Fainu takes the ball forward a couple of metres. That's Sammy Fainu. He gets his arms free, gets the pass away. And it's taken forward by Sione Fainu. He gets up and plays it back now. 5 short of the halfway. Left-hand side of the field to Luai. Luai looks on his outside. And the ball is taken forward by another Fainu. There's 3 of them out there at the moment. That was Sammy Fainu. As the ball comes back now. High kick in the air by Luai. Weeks is there. It bounces off his chest. West Tigers with possession. Toa has it. Right-hand side of the field. An opportunity for Skelton. Can't get his arm free. He's lost the ball.
They've got to play the advantage here. They might go back to the first knock on.
First knock on was against the Raiders. Well, he had an opportunity there. Toa and Skelton combining on the right-hand side, 10 metres out. The ball has come loose, but it firstly came off the chest there of K.O. Weeks as he went high for that one. And so there will be the West Tigers to get a scrum feed about 15 metres out, quickly down to the sideline, Tim.
Yeah, Tommy Starling's just come off. Owen Patty's come on there, but yeah, that was a bad drop there by K.O. Weeks and exactly what they were hoping for. West Tigers in great position here. It's going to come out left here to Luai, it looks like.
15 metres out, West Tigers with the scrum feed as it comes now to Luai. Left-hand side of the field, Luai goes himself, links up on the outside. Ball is taken forward there by May, and May's almost across the line. He gets up and plays it back now, right on the line. Luai, an acting half. Luai with a long pass. He finds Karoyasau. Then it goes to Terrell May. Back on the inside, ball taken forward there by Sione Fainu, and he's almost there. 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. West Tigers on the attack. Right-hand side, ball taken forward by Fainu. Gets his arms free, gets the ball over the line, but he's dropped it. It's going to be picked up by Weeks, and Weeks sprints downfield. He's going to be caught from behind, 19 metres out from his own line. He gets up and plays it back. That was a near thing there for the Raiders. The West Tigers almost across the line. As we see here, Tamale across field he goes, and he's punished in the tackle there. And coming across was Luai, put him down. 19 metres out from their own line. The Raiders have it. Fair bit going on here at Canberra Stadium.
Yeah, I was about to say a great play there was Karoyasau in and around the middle, played played the straight man, and they look all money scoring the try, but he's just lost the ball over the line. I think it was a great tackle from Hudson Young, and now back on the attack. Owen Paddy in the middle there, steering the ship.
The score remains 18 points to 10 as the ball comes back now. Left-hand side, it goes to Young, and Young is caught. He's 5 short of the halfway. 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. Raiders have it through a Paddy. Almost a forward pass there as it comes to Strange. Ducking and weaving, still going Ethan Strange. And the ball has come loose. The West Tigers will come up with possession. They have. So Strange has lost the ball. 10 metres inside the West Tigers territory. And Toa takes it forward now. So the score remains 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers.
Yeah, on that occasion, just Ethan Strange taking on the line once again, but the ball just coming free. We've seen that a couple of times. Just some loose carries there, just gifting the opportunity. You just feel that the Tigers, they got points in them, just coming soon.
Another replacement there for the West Tigers coming onto the field is Murray. So Murray out there. Suka's the player who has come off. And so the West Tigers have possession. 29 metres up for the Raiders line as the ball goes now from Karoyasa. Looks on his outside for Fainu. Through the hands it goes to Buller. Almost through. And Buller's caught and wrapped up ball and all. 19 metres out. He gets up and plays it back. Left-hand side now. It goes to Fainu. Through the hands. Ball taken forward by May. And May standing in the tackles caught. And he's put down. That's Terrell May. He's put down 11 metres out. Left-hand side of the field again from Karoyasa. Wide it goes. This time it goes to Fainu. And Fainu's trapped after a nice pass there from Luai. Last tackle coming up here for the West Tigers. Wide it goes to Fainu. That's Latu. He goes wider still. Buller has the ball now. He's wrapped up ball and all. Great tackle made by Strange, far side of the field. And the Raiders come up with possession as the ball came loose. 10 metres out from their own line. Raiders have possession. And the score remains 18 points to 10 and the Raiders get a penalty. 10 metres out from their own line. 10 metres in from touch.
Yeah, there's some push and shove. There's some frustration once again on that occasion, though. What a play there from Ethan Strange. It was Jareem Bull. He tried to do the flick pass out the back. The ball's come free. Hudson Young's raced upfield with it, but then it was Xiaomi Fainu who a bit of push and shove there. There's plenty of feeling going on, but they'll get a kick out of their own end there. But the West Tigers have just got to stay patient on those last plays there. They've had some really good field position. It just feels that the points are not far away from them.
In the NRLW, Dragons 22 lead the Warriors 18 at Cogra. And Simi Sasangi takes the tap. He's put down. He's only 5 short of the halfway. Ball taken forward now by Tamale. Tamale tries to palm his way through. He's going to be caught, though, on the halfway. So the Raiders have possession. Just a metre inside West Tigers territory as they push it down the blind now. Paddy goes himself a couple of metres. 6 more here for the Raiders. 41 metres up. Here we go again. Raiders on the attack. They lead 18-10 as it comes back now to Papali'i. Josh Papali'i with a big run. He's 30 metres out. He gets up and plays it back again. Paddy at acting half. Right-hand side it goes to Fogarty. Mariotta charging onto that one's caught. Fainu flying in over the top. Puts him down. They're 25 metres out. Coruscant was there and involved as well in the tackle as it's played back now. It goes quickly to Smithies and Smithies charging onto that one's caught. He's only 15 metres out. Right-hand side of the field to Paddy. He's caught almost immediately. Fainu coming through, puts him down. And he put him down only about 21 metres out now as the ball comes back. Left-hand side of the field, it goes to Fogarty. Fogarty then to Young. Young kicks it through. Ball is loose on the ground. 6 more here for the Raiders, picked up by Strange. Raiders have it as it goes to Fogarty. Fogarty kicks it through. I thought he said 6 more there, the referee. Anyway, kicked it through. And Skelton takes it comfortably a couple of metres out from his own line. So the West Tigers have possession. 10 metres out from their own line. Score remains 18 points to 10. It's the Raiders over the West Tigers. Tim Gore on the sideline.
Street fight now. The West Tigers really have drawn the Raiders into this. They're absolutely fighting for every metre here. And the Raiders, well, they're on the back foot. They might be in front, but the West Tigers have got them in exactly the game they want.
It comes to May now, and May is forced across field. Links up with Luai. Luai looks on the outside as the ball is taken forward a couple of metres this time by May. Flops the ball back. Right-hand side now. It goes from Luai. Looks for runners. Ball taken forward a couple of metres by Murray now. And Murray's caught 11 short of the halfway. Tim Gable, Alan Tongue, and Tim Gore with you this afternoon at Canberra Stadium. Raiders leading by 18 points to 10 over the West Tigers on ABC Radio across Australia as the ball is played back now. Pollay's back on the field too for the West Tigers as it comes back to Luai, to Buller, through the hands there to May. May's gotten a good tackle as the ball is thrown back by May, dived on by Hosking, and so the Raiders have possession 9 short of the halfway, and Jerome Luai not happy there.
I think he's reeled out of the tackle there too, Timmy. He had a tough head knock on Hoskins.
Ball comes back now and it goes to Simi Sasangi, and so Mariotta is off the field and Joe Tarpane's back there for the Raiders. So Canberra with possession on the halfway. This is an absolute gunfight. The OK Corral at the moment, right hand side of the field, it goes to Tarpane, and Tarpane is tackled and the penalty goes to the Raiders. A little bit in that. Joe Tarpane comes up swinging too. Whoa, he's absolutely ropeable, Joe Tarpane. And the penalty has been given to the Raiders.
Come to me with a challenge. He wants to challenge it.
Tarpane's absolutely filthy with that one. The penalty has been given to the Raiders, but the West Tigers are challenging this one.
Time out.
18 points to 10, Raiders over the West Tigers.
Do you want to challenge it, Arpy?
Okay.
He wants to challenge it, Joey.
Okay, he wants to challenge it.
Time out. I've got tackle 4. Yep. Okay. Captain challenge, Joey. Tackle 4. Arpy is challenging the dangerous contact.
Joe Tarpane was furious, coming in at his knees. I don't think it probably looked worse than what it was, the way that Joe Tarpane ended up going low.
Happy Coruscant makes initial contact on the hamstrings of Joseph Tarpane. There's no dangerous contact element on this. The challenge by the Tigers is successful. We'll be playing the ball here on tackle 4.
Joe Tarpane not happy, still remonstrating with the referee.
Joe, it's been reviewed.
Setting a precedent.
There's no dangerous contact.
Says Joe Tarpane.
We're playing tackle 4.
18 points to 10, Raiders over the West Tigers. So Joe Tarpane will be called upon to play it back. A metre inside West Tigers territory. He's still filthy, Tarpane. He'll play it back now. Raiders still with possession. 45 metres out as the ball comes back now, and it goes to Papali'i. Josh Papali'i takes it to 39 metres out. Raiders leading by 8. 17 and a half minutes remaining. Here it comes to Fogarty. He's bundled as he's kicking it. Karoya Sau was the player that put him off his mark. He was hit as he kicked the ball. Jamal Fogarty, and the penalty goes to the Raiders. Jamal Fogarty.
I tell you, it nearly could have been a penalty the other way, because Joe Tarpane has made contact as well on the kick coming through.
Yep.
Oh dear.
And so the penalty has been given to the Raiders. Luai not happy. And the Raiders have it, a penalty 20 metres out from the West Tigers line.
I wouldn't mind actually just going for the 2 here and just slowing down a bit. Although field position is hard and you're going into the breeze, you've got some there. Now I think they'll tap the footy. But just to slow some things down, no, the Raiders, here we go.
Tap about to be taken. Paddy has the ball now. He taps as it goes to Smithies. Shapes to pass, but he takes the tackle. And he's put down 11 metres out. He gets up now to play it back. Fibbett going on in the tackle again. And Smithies very slow to get to his feet. We'll play it back. Right-hand side of the field it goes. Raiders have it now as it goes to Papali'i. And Josh Papali'i standing in the tackle, still going. And Papali'i scored. He's 11 metres out. Raiders still with possession. They lead 18 points to 10 over the West Tigers. Plenty of spite in this game. Papali'i comes up arguing with the referee as well as it comes back on the inside. Ball taken forward now. Hosking this time. He's only 9 metres out. He gets up and plays it back. 5 metres out the Raiders now. Through Tarpane. Floats the ball nicely as it comes back to Young. Slides across field. Still going Hudson Young. And Young is caught. He's only a couple of metres out from the West Tigers line. Raiders still on the attack through Tarpane. Swings around in the tackle. Can't get his arm free for the pass away. Last tackle coming up here for the Raiders. A metre out from the West Tigers line as it goes to Paddy, to Papali'i. Ball bounces precariously. Going to be picked up by Toa. And the West Tigers come up with possession. Knock on. Knock on. It'll be a changeover. West Tigers to get possession. Tim Gore on the sideline.
Yeah, they brought this game into a street fight, but what they've also done, the West Tigers, they brought the crowd into it. The crowd is actually making a lot of noise there, and it'll be pressure brought to bear on the referee.
Benny from Slacks Creek listening to the coverage, because the Tigers are giving them everything they have. Raiders really have to earn the minor premiership. Hi to Stephen Terry. As we see the West Tigers with possession, 11 metres out from their own line. Taruva takes it forward now in the NRLW you the Dragons 22 leading the Warriors 18 as the ball is taken forward now by Twal. And Twal has turned around in the tackle. He gets up and plays it back now. He's 19 short of the halfway, right-hand side of the field. It goes to Luai. Shapes to pass. Short pass now as it goes to Fainu. And Fainu's going to be caught. That's Samuel Fainu. He gets up and plays it back, 9 short of the halfway. Still the West Tigers with possession on the halfway. Latu Fainu to Toa. And Toa takes it forward. Gets the pass away to Bullet. Back it comes now to Karoyasau with a long pass to Luai. Luai back on the inside to Twal. And Twal is caught 45 metres out. Last tackle coming up here for the West Tigers. 45 metres out. Look for the kick. Latu Fainu high in the air. And back there is Weeks. Takes it comfortably. And Weeks took it well. And races 10 metres before he's finally caught. Gee, hard in the mouth stuff there as the high kick came through to Kyo Weeks, but he took it well.
Oh, and he looks like he's got cramps here at the moment too, but you're right, Tim, that could have went either way. The ball high in the air. Jareem Buller was flying through, just couldn't take it. Kyo Weeks takes it out of his hands and just makes another 10 or 15 metres, which is good in the backfield there too. I'm just keeping an eye on Hoskins. He might even have a finger out dislocated at the moment, or a little bit of trouble there in the backfield.
Just in the hands of the trainer. Seems to be okay. Kyo Weeks just doing some stretching as well with cramps. Ball taken forward now by Timokor. Been a very physical game this afternoon. 5 short of the halfway. Raiders have it now through Smithies, then to Hosking. And Hosking charging onto that one. He's fearless, Hosking. He takes it forward. He's 41 metres out. Right-hand side of the field. Here comes the kick now from Fogarty. It's high in the air. Under pressure from Fainu. And back there is Buller. Takes it comfortably. And he took it well 5 metres out from his own line. Big pass. Right-hand side of the field to Skelton. And Skelton scored almost immediately. Score remains 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. 13 minutes remaining here at Canberra Stadium. Wow, this is a tough game of footy.
Yeah, it certainly is, and you just feel that the West Tigers now, they're going to have to start throwing the ball around even more than they already have, but maybe a little bit of second phase. When they start to get a few offloads, they've come up with an area here now. They really have started to cause headaches with the Raiders' defence, some second phase play, but some good defence.
Great tackle there by Strange. And so it will be the Raiders to get a scrum feed, 20 metres out from the West Tigers line. It's 18 points to 10, Raiders over the West Tigers. 12 minutes 47 remaining before full time. Down to the sideline, Tim.
Yeah, so the Raiders have not gone to Noah Martin at all. With that 12 minutes to go, he's not even looking like he's warming up at the moment. So I think the Raiders are going with it. Unless there's an injury, this is the side they're going with towards the end.
Okay, so the scrum will pack down, 21 metres out, 20 metres in from touch. And the Raiders to have a scrum feed, and Josh Papali'i is going to be standing almost at number 12 here, say in the old rugby union sense, but here he goes, takes it forward, and Josh Papali'i charging onto that one score.
And to be fair, Tim, he's nearly been the Raiders' best today.
Ball about to be played back, 19 metres out, left-hand side of the field, it goes to Smithies, wrap around here to Fogarty. Fogarty, absolutely crunching tackle on Strange. He got through the tackle, but gee, let's have a look at this one, because a player knocked himself out in making the tackle on Ethan Strange, and he has knocked himself out. That Ethan Strange, bang, he has been absolutely crunched. Wow, Skelton has knocked himself out in making the tackle, and that looked horrible. To tell you the truth, as it came back now from Jamal Fogarty to Strange. Strange was crunched in the tackle. Skelton has knocked himself out. He's flat on his back. Trainers rushing onto the field. Wow. Big tackle, but he talk about self-sacrifice.
That is unbelievable. He must be built from granite there, Ethan Strange. He's got up, he's got a smile on his face at the moment. He is absolutely being crunched by Skelton, but he is in he's in some real trouble. Here's some distressing scenes.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
And so, yes, players been stopped here momentarily following that collision there with Skelton coming in to make the tackle on Strange. It was a brutal tackle. Stopped him in his tracks, but Skelton, as I say, has knocked himself out in making the tackle. Mason coming on the field too for the West Tigers. And so it looks as though there is going to be another replacement too for the West Tigers. Looks as though Terrell May is coming back onto the field. So the trainers are out there. We'll find out from Tim Gore very shortly what the situation is. Tim on the sideline.
Well, the good news is he's moving his arms and legs, but he is absolutely in distress out there, Skelton. He's hit him. He's in a really bad position, and instantaneously he was in all sorts. They brought the Medicap out for him, but the good news is he's moving his arms and his legs. But that's a type 1 concussion. There's no question about it. What a tackle, though. I mean, you didn't expect he would be the one to be hurt from it.
No, so he's now being put onto the Medicap, and the crowd giving plenty of support to him. In fact, he's not going to go on the Medicap. Medicap is out there alongside him, but he's elected to walk off the field with assistance from the trainers, which is good to see. He's had a big game this afternoon. Skelton on the wing, scored a try in the first half, and he's coming off the field just in front of us now. Hello to Elsie, who's watching the NRLW on mute and listening to the call in Charlie, in far north Queensland. Peter at Hawk's Nest says the Tigers are killing herself with their stupid penalties, and here he comes off the field, Skelton. Jarrell Skelton seems to be okay. He's talking to everybody. He's giving the thumbs up. He seems to be fully cognizant. He's coming towards the sideline, but being wrapped around now by his teammates. I think Benji Marshall's down there as well. And so the Raiders have possession. 10 metres out now from the West Tigers line. Here we go. The Raiders leading by 18 points to 10. 11 minutes 47 remaining here at Canberra Stadium as it comes back from Fogarty. Then it goes to Tarpany, and Tarpany's taking it forward. He's only about 5 metres out, and he gets up now to play it back left-hand side of the field. Paddy goes himself, links up with Fogarty, kicks the ball through, races on. It's gone dead in goal. Punched dead in goal by Jerome Buller. And so it will be a line dropout. Remembering if they've got the breeze behind them, they're running from the southern end of Canberra Stadium. 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. 11 minutes remaining in the NRLW. The Dragons 22 lead the Warriors 18 in the AFLW Indigenous round. It's St Kilda 28 leading the West Coast Eagles 18. And it is the Sydney Swans 50 leading Geelong 35. And if you'd like to have your say, 0467 920 222. The crowd here this afternoon, 23,746. 23,746 at Canberra Stadium. As we see the kick from the
Short drop out here. They've
short drop out. They got it back here, the West Tigers. So they have possession, and they have it about 25 metres short of the halfway. So the West Tigers with the ball as it comes back now. Ball taken forward by Bolle. Bolle is going to be trapped. He's 15 short of the halfway. Gets up and plays it back right-hand side now. Ball taken forward by May. Right-hand side of the field now to Fainu. And Fainu's caught. He's just short of the halfway. 18 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. Left-hand side of the field now. It goes to Latu Fainu. Through the hands to Jerome Buller. Has had a big game. Then it goes to Buller. Buller goes wide. Then he goes to May, and May takes it forward. So Jerome Buller just held the pass up nicely there as it comes in field now from Fainu. He looks on his outside as the ball goes to May. May palms his way through one tackle, managed to get the arms free. Got the pass away there to Latu Fainu. And Fainu's caught. He's only 35 metres out, left-hand side of the field. Then to May. Wide it goes now. Left-hand side of the field to Fainu. Fainu takes it forward. And Samuel Fainu this time takes it forward. And he's tackled right on the 20 on the last tackle. And so he gets up now. Pass. I was thinking there that he was about to play the ball, but realised it was the last tackle. As the ball comes back now for the Raiders, they have possession. They leave out 19 short of the halfway. It's taken forward this time by Timmacore. And Timmacore's caught. He gets up and plays it back. Ball goes wide now. Goes to Stewart. And Stewart is caught 15 short of the halfway. 9 minutes remaining before full time here at Canberra Stadium. And the Raiders 18 leading the West Tigers 10. As the ball comes infield now. It goes to Papali'i. And Josh Papali'i almost back to the halfway. He's had a big game this afternoon. Josh Papali'i on the verge of signing a new one-year deal. Back on the inside there. Hosking looks for Weeks and finds him. Weeks is caught. And he's 41 metres out. He'll play it back now as it goes to Tarpany. And Joe Tarpany swings around there. Almost through. Tarpany gets his arm free. Gets the pass away. As it goes to Paddy. Goes himself. And Owen Paddy's almost through. And Paddy is caught 25 metres out. He gets up and plays it back. As it comes now from Weeks. Right-hand side of the field to Fogarty. Fogarty with the kick across field. And coming through is Stewart to Ruver. And Stewart. Ball is loose in the in-goal. Dived on in the in-goal by Timmacore. Has it been touched though by a Raiders hand? Timmacore doesn't seem to be celebrating. The referee's across there, believing that it probably has been touched by a Raiders hand and going forward. And the referee in the in goal. Let's have a look at this one. Certainly no celebrations there from the Raiders.
No, I'm pretty sure that Jed Stewart has knocked this ball on, but a great little contest. They've got Terrell May in and around Saroni too, but giving him a little bit of cover. But he gets his hands first to the football.
Touches the ball and then it
does go
forward on the last tackle. We have a decision.
So here we go. We've got 8 minutes 24 to go. The Tigers 8 points behind here. Who's going to be the player? You look to Jareem Buller or Jerome Luai. Appy's been dangerous in around the middle, but Terrell May, a little bit of offloading ability and ball playing as well as a big front rower. They need some points quick.
May takes the ball forward now. That's Taylor May. He's caught. He's 11 metres out from his own line. Called upon to play it back now. Karoyasa, right-hand side. Taken forward this time by Murray. And he's caught 20 metres out from his own line. Gets up and plays the ball back as it goes to May, to Luai. Looks on his outside for Fainu. Ball taken forward by Samuel Fainu to about 11 short of the halfway. 12 metres in from touch. Infield it comes again. It goes to Luai. Wide it goes to May. A little bit flat there to Polle, and Polle's caught. He's 9 short of the halfway. Gets up and plays it back now as it goes from Karoyasa, right-hand side of the field to Latufino. He's caught. Eventually. Gee, it's a good run though. And he's trapped only about 35 metres up from the Raiders line. Last tackle coming up here for the West Tigers. Then a little bit static in attack as the ball goes to Luai, who kicks it high in the air. And back there is Weeks. Takes it comfortably. Ball is going to be in the hands of Tarpany. And the referee saying knock on. And so just saying there that it was a knock on. Was this a knock on by the West Tigers?
Kick on tackle 5. Raiders in challenging decision of the disruptor. On-field ruling knock on.
Okay, so the disruptor?
Yeah, I think it's more so, Tim, to get a bit of a breather here, to be honest. It looks like Kyle Weeks has certainly
Chasing the Tigers is on.
fumbled the footy here. As we've heard.
We're looking at Jareem Buller here.
He's got eyes for the footy at the moment.
Jareem Buller initially puts his hands out and then feigns to compete by pulling out. This is a disruptor.
Wow.
The challenge by Canberra is successful.
Penalty Raiders, 10 metres out from their own line. Jeff says it's the 11th highest crowd for a Raiders game at Canberra Stadium between the 1994 Broncos and 95 Broncos game. So the 11th highest crowd for a Raiders game at 23,746. Harry from Canberra listening to the coverage before mixing a Tina Turner tribute show tonight and enjoying the call. There's Nick from Ipswich as well. Tim Gable, Alan Tung, and Tim Gore with you. At Canberra Stadium, 6.5 minutes remaining. Raiders leading by 18 points to 10 as Simi Sasangi takes it forward now. And he scored 25 short of the halfway. Called upon to play it back. The Raiders have it now through Tamale. Tamale is going to be caught and absolutely smashed there. 19 short of the halfway. Gets up and plays it back now. Raiders through Patty. Left-hand side of the field to Tarpany. And Tarpany stands in the tackle. He's going to be caught by 12 and forced across field. Still going. And finally put down. He gets up and plays it back now. And he's 5 short of the halfway. Again, Patty looks on his outside for Smithies. Smithies goes himself a couple of metres. He's going to be caught. He gets up and plays it back just a couple of metres inside West Tigers territory. Raiders on the last tackle decide to run it as it goes from Weeks to Timacor. Kicks the ball over the top. Races on. Back there as Buller takes it comfortably. The chase was coming through. Buller took it well. 15 out from his own line. 10 metres in from touch. May takes it forward now. And Taylor May has wrapped up ball and all. 18 points to 10. The Raiders lead the West Tigers. 5 minutes 57 remaining.
Yeah, chancing their arm on fifth play and a nice little run down that. I think he would have liked to get a little bit more purchase on the footy there, Matt Timacor, to get that footy back on the inside. But great work by Buller in positioning to cover that up.
The Canberra Gunners leading by 11 at half time in their NBL 1 National Final semi-final showdown at Tuggeranong. And of course we've got the NBL Blitz just behind us here, which is an absolute sellout as well today. NBL pre-season Blitz as the ball comes back now. And it goes to Appy. Karoyasau, hurried kick away and downfield. The ball goes to Weeks, who takes it comfortably, comes towards the chase, gets through the tackle of Mason. He's still going, and KO Weeks caught from behind. 19 metres short of the halfway. Gets up and plays the ball back. Raiders with possession. Young takes it forward now. Young, who's been in the thick of the action today, is tackled 11 short of the halfway. 18 points to 10. Raiders lead the West Tigers at Canberra Stadium. And the Raiders Raiders on the verge of securing the minor premiership as the ball comes back now, and it goes to Hosking, who's absolutely crunched in the tackle and put down just over the halfway. Gets up comfortably though and plays it back as it goes now to Patty, and Patty's caught, and he's wrapped up only 35 metres out. He'll play it back left-hand side of the field to Young with a good run, and Hudson Young gets his arm free, gets the pass away to Tapani. Tapani through a half gap, then it goes to Strange. Strange is through. Try Raiders, and that is the minor premiership. Strange has scored underneath the post. The Raiders lead 22 points to 10 with a kick to come directly in front.
Wow, what a play there in through the middle. Oh, and Paddy being nice and creative and just putting him on the back foot. There was Hudson Young. He saw that there was an opportunity. He scooped the footy up from dummy half, gets away, gets the offload. It gets into Big Joe Tarpany's hand, and he's got a bit of footwork too for a big front rower. And who's there coming through but Ethan Strange, the man who just was crunched only moments ago. But great play, a little bit of an offload. Tarpany then gives it on to Ethan Strange, bursting onto the footy and scoring right under the sticks.
So the Raiders now lead 22 points to 10 with a kick to come directly in front. We have 4 minutes remaining here at Canberra Stadium. Gorey on the sideline.
And as they went over the line there, all the Raiders players on the bench and Ricky Stewart started hugging each other, because exactly what you said, that's the minor premiership right there, and they're recognising it. They're still hugging here now. We're just waiting for the JJ Gilton and Steele to arrive in the tunnel.
Yes, it's just down there at the back underneath us, I'd suggest, Alan. The Gilton and Shield going to be presented by Andrew Abto, with the Raiders now leading 22 points to 10, 3 minutes 50 remaining. Kick to come directly in front to make it 24-10. This has been a tough game of footy though, defying, I guess, what is appearing on the scoreboard, given that it was 12-10 at half time. The Raiders have scored 2 tries in the second half, 2 unanswered tries, to lead 24 points to 10 after this kick, you'd have to think, directly in front.
Just seeing a little change there now. Noah Martin has come on the field. Kyle Weeks has come off, so there'll be a little bit of shuffling around here. We'll see how they line up.
There we go. There's the kick, successful. So it's 24 points to 10. Raiders over the West Tigers. 3 minutes remaining at Canberra Stadium. I can't imagine that Noah Martin's going to go to fullback, but anyway, here we go.
Okay.
And this is an emotional moment for a lot of people here at Canberra Stadium, because I haven't seen the minor premiership since 1990. Tim Gore on the sideline.
Yeah, so I think the person who's going to fullback right now is going to be Tamale, is it not? He's about to receive the kick for Papali'i to come back here. But yeah, they're very excited here on the sideline. A lot of more people have come down here. It almost is like they've actually won a title, not just a minor premiership, because it's been so long since the Raiders have done this.
Good for the coffers too. It's $200,000. Here we go. But a certain amount of prestige as well. And Karoya-Sau's kick goes about 12 metres, and Jed Stewart jumping high in the air, takes it well. Does well to get out of the first line of defence as well. Got out the tackle of Fainu, and he was put down by May. So the Raiders with it now. And Tuale takes it across field. 3 minutes remaining. Raiders leading 24 points to 10 over the West Tigers. The crowd here, almost 24,000. And the Raiders coaching staff in front of us. Ricky Stewart just on his own a little bit there, savouring this moment. Son Jed played an instrumental part in this victory here today with a great try in the first half. 29 metres out, Raiders on the attack as it comes back to Smithies. Wide it goes to Fogarty, then to Hosking. Cuts back on the inside, still going Hosking, gets his arm free. Then it goes to Paddy, chips the ball over the top of the races, coming through. And Taruva is back there. Taruva took it comfortably, metre out from his own line. 5 metres in from touch. 24 points to 10. The Raiders lead the West Tigers. 2 minutes remaining here at Canberra Stadium.
Yeah, great work once again. Owen Paddy could see the space out wide. The kick just didn't land in Jed Stewart's hand, but they're just getting through the middle. They're getting some quick play the balls, and the Tigers still hanging in there, throwing everything they can at them, but the Raiders just in front at the moment.
Ball taken forward now by Mason, and Heath Mason gets up and plays it back 11 metres out from his own line. Then it goes to Luai, kicks the ball through. Race is on. Coming through was Taruva, but the ball has gone into touch about 39 metres out. And so it will be the Raiders to have another crack here at the West Tigers. Canberra leading 24 points to 10. So the Raiders will finish on top. They'll win the minor premiership. And you can see the celebrations almost semi-starting there amongst the Raiders players. They realise with the kick going out and that try just a moment ago to Strange. Let's go down to the sideline. Tim Gore.
Yeah, I can confirm that the shield is in the tunnel leading up against the back wall as the Raiders fans now do an impromptu Viking clap. And 24,000 people doing it. It is very impressive.
With a minute 23 remaining, here we go. So the shield is here, and it's just been brought down the tunnel now. And I think the crowd realises that the shield is just about to come onto the field. 1 minute remaining, 24 points to 10. Raiders on the attack as it comes from Paddy to Fogarty. Back on the inside, he finds Papali'i. And Josh Papali'i standing in the tackle has been one of the Raiders' best this afternoon. 19 metres out. Raiders still on the attack. Less than a minute remaining here at Canberra Stadium. The Raiders leading by 14. Ball taken forward by Smithies now. He's caught 11 metres out. He gets up and plays it back. Paddy at acting half. Paddy goes himself. Links up with Papali'i. Wouldn't that be a moment if Papali'i scores? He stands in the tackle though. He's caught about a metre out. He gets up and plays it back. 6 more here to the Raiders. Less than 30 seconds remaining as the ball is in the hands of Paddy. Tries to dive over from dummy half, but there are 3 Tigers players there to meet him, and he's called upon to play it back as it goes from Papali'i. Wide it goes now to Fogarty. Through the hands to Simi Sasangi. Tries to palm his way through the tackle there. Mason comes across and puts him down. 10 seconds remaining here at Canberra Stadium. This is going to be quite something. 10 seconds remaining. The Raiders to secure the minor premiership for the first time since 1990 as the crowd erupts in front of us. Sheer emotion. The Raiders win 24 points to 10 over the West Tigers. They've secured the minor premiership for the first time since 1990, and they'll be presented with the JJ Gilton and Shield in just a moment. Sheer emotion here. Let me tell you, there are people crying in front of us. This is a big moment for Canberra. And the crowd, almost 24,000 at Canberra Stadium. What a day, what a moment, what a season. And Ricky Stewart in front of us. Wow. I find it very hard to compose himself. He's been called across by the TV station to do an interview. And yeah, big moment here for Canberra. We'll go down to Tim Gore in just a moment. Tim.
Captain Joe Tarpanay, you were touted as the wooden spooners this year by so many, and now you're the minor premiers. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels good. You know, I love proving people wrong. I've done it since I was a kid, and to get this achievement with this bunch of men is unreal.
The West Tigers really gave a great performance today. They got you in a street fight.
Yeah, they're a fantastic attacking team, and we knew that, especially with Jerome. Really hard to defend and uppy, so we had our work cut out for us, but it was good that we came back second half.
A few seasons ago, you were unhappy at the club. Things weren't looking fantastic. Now you're on top of the world. No one undoubted the ruler of this club. You know, can you go all the way?
Definitely. We've got the belief. We're still working. We're still work in progress, but the belief's there.
And how good it is playing in front of these full houses.
Oh man, it's unreal. Feels like a semi-final back in 2019, and that's what we're aiming for in a couple of weeks. So keep coming out. Your support means the world to us.
And so you're going to have home finals now. You want full houses for those?
Definitely. I think we're going to get full houses. We've had a couple of full houses during the regular season, so when finals fully comes around, it's a different beast. I think it's going to be packed to the room.
And how happy do you think your coach is going to be when you get over there?
Oh, he's happy. He won't show it, I think, but I know it means the world to him as well.
Thanks for talking ABC.
Joe Tarpanay down there with Tim Gore, and the JJ Gilton and Shield is out there, and you can hear the crowd. They realise that the Shield is out there on halfway, and it's getting stripped back from all of the protective covering that it's got. Tim, back to you.
I've got Jerome Luai here. Look, that was a fantastic performance by your side. You dragged the Raiders into a street fight and took them all the way. You've had such a good end to the season. It's the most successful end to a season the Tigers had since 2020. There has to be a good feeling in the club now.
For me personally, every loss, isn't a real good feeling. Coming where I've come from, just trying to drive better standards, better culture. Everyone's saying, we're moving in the right direction, but what's most important to me is results. We didn't get that, but we're just trying to play a style of game that's going to compete against the best. So I thought we sort of did that for the majority of the game, but we still didn't win, so we've got a long way to go.
You came here with a strong game plan to really get up on the Raiders and disrupt them, and that worked so very well. You could see victory at some points there.
I don't think you can ever see victory till that hooter goes. These guys got strike all over the park. They got offloaders in the middle. They got speed on the edges. But, you know, I just want to say I'm proud of my boys. For the year that's been, we've been fighting every game, and on to bigger and better, bro.
And look, for a season where, you know, you're only today you're out of the finals, you've really got a good representation of fans here.
Sorry, yeah, I could hear. Beyond the Viking Club, I could hear, you know, the old faithful there. Coming off the back of 3 wooden spoons, to have that support is immense for us. You know, we feel that. But, you know, we want to give our fans something to cheer about. So next year, bigger and better things, hopefully.
And next week, the Titans, that's another good match for you.
Yeah, we just want to play a style of game that's going to hold up against the best. So Titans are finding some good form, but we just want to worry about ourselves.
Thanks for talking, ABC.
See you, bro.
We'll stay down with you, Tim. You'd have to think that, Alan, that Josh Papali'i will probably go around for one more season. That seems to be almost a certain, which means that there will be some changes. Obviously, some people will leave and others will stay, but you'd have to think that there will be a couple of changes. Danny Levi, for instance, will probably end up going. There is talk that Trey Mooney's probably going to go to Newcastle if Josh stays. So, you know, it's a pretty important day, this one, for the Raiders, but also an emotional day for a number of players. Let's go down to you, Tim, on the sideline.
I've got Jamal Fogarty here. This is the result of a lot of hard work for you.
Yeah, it's awesome, mate. Obviously, you know, we set the goal in November. We want to play finals footy and finish in the top 4, and, you know, to play so consistent all year, it's, you know, it's probably been similar like today. You know, we've been in the balance there where games could either go to the opposition or to us. In previous years, it's gone to the opposition, and, you know, we've just lacked that resilience. But this year, we've found that extra gear to go on and get the win in the second half when we're down or if we're up. And obviously, all the fans that have turned out all year, big numbers, and you know, it's great for the club, but job's not finished.
You're so good in the grind now. Like you were saying, often you would lose matches in the past, and now do you feel confident even when you're in those sticky situations you can come through? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, the foundation we built in the pre-season, it was one of the hardest ones I've ever been a part of, and that's something that Stick spoke about. And, you know, he even put it on us leadership groups to say we failed last year in leading, and obviously we took that personal. We wanted to make a few changes this pre-season, and obviously it's good the coach has got the backing, and those changes we've been able to make and keep all year. And obviously that's been a little bit of a difference this year, and it's good to see.
Do you think you and a few other players might get a bit of a rest next weekend?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Obviously, we've had 3 buys in the last 10 weeks, so I know a lot of the boys are probably feeling fresh. And, you know, we had a buy into Penrith into today, so we've only really played 2 games. Me personally, I don't think I need a buy. I'd rather keep playing and keep the flow of the team going, but I don't know what Stick's got planned there.
And that wind swirling around today, I think a lot of people were looking forward to your spiraling torpedo bombs. There wasn't one you put up today, though.
No, it was too ugly, the wind today. Obviously, you know, if the wind's consistently blowing one way, then I'll give it a go. But today I was going left, right, up and down, back and forth, and yeah, just probably, and it wasn't really a game for it. Obviously, that's something I've got to manage as well. If we're up and I've got a little bit of a freedom to have a go, then I will. But yeah, today's conditions probably didn't suit him. We're obviously trying to kick the jetty quite a few times, and he even said to me after games, like, mate, today's conditions just didn't work out for us. So yeah.
Look, your half partner in Ethan Strange, we knew he was good, but he's arrived now, hasn't he? He's the top grade.
Mate, he's a gun. He's 21 years old, hasn't even played 50 games, and, you know, he's just scratching the surface. When he gets another 50 to 100 games under his belt, then, you know, we'll really see what the kid can do. But, you know, I'm just happy that he's in our team and doing what he's doing for the Raiders.
Are we going to see him in light blue next year, you reckon?
As a Queenslander, I hope no. But, you know, he's got that build. He's got that physical element to his game. When he runs the ball, he's physical. When he defends, he's physical. And, you know, I'm sure he wouldn't look out of place at all.
Look, and the last thing, the Raiders actually have a problem. You know, we've got Matty Muffins coming back from that. Someone's going to have to miss out, and it's going to be very unfair.
Yeah, it's very unlucky, and that's the best thing about this year. We've got depth, we've got guys that are healthy, and everyone's playing awesome in their form. So, you know, that's why Stick gets paid $2 million to make all those calls. So, yeah, it's up to him.
Do you think he'll enjoy you telling him about his pay packet?
Yeah, he's probably earns more.
Thanks for talking ABC.
No worries. Cheers.
Jamal Fogarty, the players have just been called across for the presentation of the JJ Giltman Shield. Andrew Abdo, the CEO, is just in front of us. Don Ferner, the Raiders CEO, has to take a fair bit of credit for what's happened here at the Raiders. I mean, the stability, I think, has been so important to the club, because you have a look at it, Alan, there's been no people from the board coming out. There hasn't been sort of too many ructions. It's basically been a pretty clean season, hasn't it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That stability, it's shone through. They've had a real plan on, the retention and, the guys that they wanted to bring to the club as well in their recruitment. They've done a really great job, but we might go down here a little bit.
Yeah, let's go down here. Andrew Abdo, the CEO of the NRL, on the stage. Don Ferner is there.
However,
Dennis Richardson down there.
what we've witnessed
Is that Dennis?
this year, what we've witnessed, that is not nothing. So, folks, we have the side behind me right now. Let's be as loud as we can right now. Let's hear it for the 2025 NRL Minor Premiers, the mighty Toyota Fortress Canberra Raiders. It is incredible. We have three special guests on stage with me this afternoon. The CEO of the NRL, Andrew Abdo. Andrew, thank you so much for being here. We know you were in Melbourne last night. Dennis Richardson, Chair of the Raiders, and Don Ferner. And what about this, folks? We have a very special guest with us this afternoon. And it is, of course, the JJ Gilton and Shield. Andrew, as I mentioned, thank you so much for being here today. We know you were in Melbourne last night to celebrate Craig Bellamy's 600th match. I'm going to ask you forward to say a few words. Please welcome Andrew Abdo.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute privilege and pleasure to congratulate the Canberra Raiders on the outstanding achievement of winning the 2025 Minor Premiership. Congratulations. This has been a wonderful season so far, and I would like to acknowledge the success of the Canberra Raiders. First of all, to the leadership group, I'd like to acknowledge Dennis Richardson, the chairman, and the entire board. I'd like to acknowledge Don Ferner, the CEO, and the entire management team, and everyone who's worked so hard behind the scenes to make this season successful. I'd like to acknowledge Ricky Stewart, the coach of the Raiders, the entire coaching team. Not just for Ricky's leadership, but the entire coaching team and all the people that have worked so hard behind the scenes in preparing the team. And then, importantly, I'd like to acknowledge the players. Joe Tarpanay, the captain, the entire playing group. It's been a wonderful season so far, but the best is yet to come. It's going to be a wonderful and exciting final series. So finally, I'd like to acknowledge the Canberra Raiders fans. This is a wonderful community club, and you've come out and supported your team throughout the season. And you should be very proud of this team, but you also should be very proud of this club. Exciting times ahead. Now, without any further ado, it's my privilege to call on the captain, Joe Tarpanay, and the coach, Ricky Stewart, to come forward and accept the JJ Gilton and Shield. Congratulations. Well done.
Hey guys, first and foremost, I want to thank all of you, the fans and members. Without you, we don't get this beautiful job we get to every week. To the boys, thank you for letting me be part of you, lead such a great group of men. And last of all, thank you, Stick, for giving me this opportunity, for giving us all the opportunity. Thank you to the City of Canberra. We appreciate you all.
I just want to say one thing, and that's everybody in the crowd here who's wearing green and supporting these great blokes. Thank you very much.
Righto, folks, here we go. We're going to get loud now. Let's hear it for the 2025 NRL Minor Premiers.
I So Ricky Stewart and Joe Tarpany lifting the JJ Gilton and Shield for the minor premiership after the Raiders won 24 points to 10 over the West Tigers here at Canberra Stadium this afternoon. Score coming through, by the way, too, with Sam Williams, our regular sideline eye, involved in a game today. The Queanbeyan Blues 24 defeated the Queanbeyan Kangaroos 16. The Blues straight into the Raiders Cup Grand Final. And so full time here at Canberra Stadium, 24 points to 10. The Raiders defeating the Tigers. The Raiders winning the minor premiership. Alan, you're 3-2-1.
Yeah, just amazing scenes here at Canberra Stadium. 3 points went to the elder statesman in the front row, Josh Papali, 157 metres. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. 2 points to the back row, and Hudson Young, I thought he was heavily involved in everything, 162 run metres. Really, really great performance. And 1 point to Terrell May, 120 metres and 59 tackles in the front row. He was involved in absolutely everything. So that was my 3-2-1 here today. Some crazy scenes, sellout crowd, and the JJ Gilliton Shield in the Canberra Raiders' hands.
23,746 here at Canberra Stadium. Tim Gable, Alan Tung and Tim Gore brought you the coverage here this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed it, and certainly some emotional scenes at the moment with the Raiders in a circle around the JJ Gilton and Shield just in front of us, which was presented by the NRL CEO just a moment ago. So 24 points to 10, the Raiders over the West Tigers. Let's go straight to Cogra Jubilee. Spriggy is there, Manly up against the Dragons shortly.
Well done, Tim. Well done, team. And well done to the Canberra Raiders, who, of course, clinched that minor premiership as welcome back in Luke Lewis and Michael Carianis. Louis, you won 2 premierships. One of those was from top spot, one of them not. The advantage that Canberra has, of course, and the belief they have, more importantly, after a very consistent regular season, will be immense.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, they know, and the good thing about Ricky Stewart, he's been in this situation a few times as a coach, and he'll be keeping them pretty level-headed and knowing that they haven't really sort of done anything to shift the exciting part just around the corner, but to finish first over 27 weeks is quite phenomenal. So it's a massive effort there for Canberra. They'll be super confident, and I'm pretty confident in the side. Even though there's a lot of people out there talking about the Canberra Raiders, they've already written them off, but they finished the comp first. And that happened to me back in the day when we won it at Penrith. Everyone kept saying to us, they can't win, their defence isn't good enough, the Roosters are going to flog them. We ended up just having this belief inside. We finished first and we ended up going on and winning the comp. So a big believer Canberra can do the same thing. They've got a tackle over the park, good leadership, middle-aged guys. Their roster is so well balanced. Massive congratulations. And to finish first, seriously, it is phenomenal. So they did a massive pat on the back for what they've done.
First minor premiership in 35 years, of course, chasing their first premiership since 1994, so 31 years. And Michael Carianis, it also locks up our first finals matchup. So second place Melbourne will host third place Canterbury. That's locked in for 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, hello Spriggy, hello Louis. An outstanding effort there from Canberra, well deserved. They're Ricky Stewart, Coach of the Year, give it to him now. Outstanding performance, and then as Louis said, they just play with this freedom of a side that hasn't been burnt, right? Like there's this youthful exuberance about them where they're really threatening with the footy, and depending on how things go, well, they get to host at least one and potentially 2 finals in the lead up to a grand final.
And of course, you tipped this, didn't you, all along, right from the start of the season, the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, I've already got a few tweets from people.
By the way, the team news here is the Dragons and Manly are out there warming up in front of us at Cogra Jubilee. Both sides are 1-17. For the Dragons, I mentioned a couple of those names that are back in. Jack de Bellin, Hame Sele. Should also mention Jaden Sewer, who returned from a knee injury. And the 18th man for the Dragons is Corey Allen. For the Sea Eagles, 1-17. The same lineup that beat the Dolphins last week, 58-30. And the 18th man is Joey Walsh. Your texts are welcome, 0467920222. One correspondent says, good luck to the Raiders, the only team that hasn't run dead all year. Yeah, it's just been consistency, hasn't it? And availability of players, haven't been smashed with injuries, so they've done quite well to keep all that together across those 26 or 27 weeks, as Louis said. Paul Wollongong says MC was right, but he was standing on his head when his prediction about the Canberra Raiders, the Wooden Spooners. Dennis must be ecstatic. Yes, Dennis is very excited. The Roosters v Raiders GF with the Chooks winning sounds good to me, says Gaz at Dreamworld. LOL. Congratulations, Raiders, on a fantastic season. From a Tiger supporter, Filthy Phil. Ricky is a legend, says Lanny Rosedale. Game set bingo, says Lynette in Narrabeen, of course, going for the Andrew Moore inspired quote there. And a couple of you actually asked about the Shoot Shield Grand Final result, which I have hunted down for you because I value everyone's sporting taste. But Warringah 37 beat East 24 in the
Sydney Rugby Grand Final.
Rats on fire.
Rats have beaten East Beasties, who are my local team. So no noise complaints tonight from me next to their clubhouse.
You would be a noise complaint sort of guy.
No, it depends on the night. But I don't know.
Yeah, Louis, thoughts?
No, you go on speed dial.
Around the grounds in the New South Wales Women's Comp, Central Coast Roosters 30th leading Wenty Magpies 16. Those two of the NRL Rugby games are out of the way. The one here saw Dragons 26 beat the Warriors 18, and the Cowboys Roosters underway in Townsville, third versus first. Jersey Flegg full time. The Eels 52 have beaten the Storm 22. First half Bulldogs 4, Dragons 0. In the Queensland Women's Comp, couple of full-time scores here. Northern Pride 44 have beaten Central Queensland Capras 14. North Devils and Tweed Seagulls had a 16-all draw. And in the first half, Mackay Cutters 6 lead Western Clydesdales 0. Queensland Cup first half, Redcliffe 4 leads Mackay Cutters 0. AFLW full-time scores, West Coast have beaten St Kilda by 14 points. And the Sydney Swans are unbeaten. They've beaten Geelong by 5 points. First quarter, Port Adelaide leads the Gold Coast Suns by 2 points there. Keep your text coming, 0467 920 222. We hope to speak to Connor Watson, our man at the Roosters, very shortly to discuss what happened last night with their 40 points to 10 win in Melbourne. G'day, boys. Long-time listener, first-time texter. Camping with the boys at Mini Water. Jono Goss wouldn't come because as this is their mate, wouldn't come because as our fine coach Ricky Stewart would say, he's a weak-gutted dog. Says Dumpling Slayer.
Enjoy.
Hi, Luke. Stuart from Aspley. Thank you for your text. He's asked Louis, should Craig Fitzgibbon be the coach of the Sharks for another 4 years?
I don't know.
Well, we'll see how he goes in a few weeks.
Yeah, but that's just, I think he's still signed for another 2, so I wouldn't be rushing it, but I don't think he's going to be leaving anytime soon either.
Off the SMS, Michelle says, hi, Tim and team, for our guys in Canberra, not us, unfortunately. Fantastic game call. Ours is coming. Hopefully it's just as fantastic. Tomorrow is the 3rd anniversary of the passing of Alan Hawke, who was a passionate supporter and Raiders board member and chairman for many years. Alan would be and was always passionate and proud of his Raiders. Congratulations to the Raiders winning the minor premiership, and thank you. That's from Michelle, also a passionate Raiders supporter of 35 years. 0467 920 222 here on ABC Sport, and we'll have kick-off here between the Dragons and Manly Warringah coming up very, very shortly. You can keep your text coming. I will just have a little look through here and see if people have sent a few more, because I will get into this game here with kick-off only 12 minutes away, and we'll have to speak to Connor Watson very, very shortly as well. From Helen in Brisbane, it's okay, MC. Only witches and wizards could have predicted most of what's happened so far this year. Oh, she's let you off there.
Thank you.
It has been a pretty crazy year, hasn't it?
No.
But you've never rated the Canberra Raiders, so that's not...
No, always.
Well, I wouldn't say never. Not in December when I did my pre-season predictions, but my opinion has changed.
I thought they were always going to get up there.
Gaimea Gorillas just won the A-grade grand final 16-10 in Cronulla Junior Rugby League over the Bosco Bulldogs from Jesse. We just had your mate Latzy in a short time ago.
Yeah,
he was
coach
celebrating his junior
under 12s, I think. They won the grand final too, 18-6. So he was pretty
pumped. He was
the coach as well. So
yes, he's out there on the ground somewhere, Jeremy Lattimore, which is fantastic. Tracy from Gympie says, we know what the song of the week is going to be about possibly the Raiders. He's had a few Raiders songs this year, Dennis.